Welcome back. You're watching Signature TV. This is Signature Morning. I mean, when you're doing some of these things, you tend to sometimes forget to even ask people around you how they are faring. Quite frankly, how are you? How are you faring? How are you putting up with this latest increment in pump price of fuel? Share with us your experience. How have you been cutting down? For me, I have been doing a lot of cutting down. I mean, sometimes in the evening when I leave the office, I sometimes get somewhere to maybe rest my head, maybe take a bottle or something. But these days, I'm always looking to just hold my bed and sleep off. No extra monies to be spent on something extra, you know. So today we're just going to discuss that generally. How are Nigerians, the common man, cutting down or going about, living their lives in these times that we are in, especially exacerbated by the increase in pump price of fuel. We have with us in the studio Mr. Augustine Edu, who would give us a little bit of insights, first of all, about his personal life, on how he's putting up, and secondly, how that has affected his family. Good to have you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm well appreciated for what you people are asking, because people will now hear it and know that everything the world is so critical. So critical to everyone, even a person. People living in the house, that's a house of 10 now is suffering. The fuel increase have that's burden people to the death, of which that people will not, if it continues like this, people will just face it squarely. Okay, look at now and take a look. For me to come here from artisan here now, I know how much I spend. But before it wasn't like that. Okay, I tried to trek from this junction this thing to come here. It is a burden to me because I'm an old somebody. But if I'm a healthy human being, I would have trekked it without suffering. Okay, before it is 200 naira, now it's 400.
Wow.
People are suffering. Even though these motor people, the buses, they are facing it squarely. Because people, if you think how you will pay all those money, you use your leg and suffer yourself and call it just exercise. Yes, I see voluminous people walking around. Not that they want to walk, but it is out of that's critical situations that makes them to trek that. People are suffering.
But I just want to ask you, how is it for food for you, in your own family? Like, did you cut down on food? Do you still eat your 3 square meal? Are things the same as it used to be? How is food for you as someone who...
About food, people are dying. People are dying about food. Because I take there's an example for myself. There is a night I will not eat.
Really?
Yes. Many times I will not eat. And I just go to my bathroom and shower myself and enter inside and sleep. Even though if I come out in the morning, there will be no food. But it wasn't like that before. I had a balanced diet before. Since I get up, I have just a serious sickness that worries me. And after that, I'm a panabator by profession.
Okay.
Yes, I worked, Ananko is a Uyibo company I worked before. I worked 6 companies, Uyibo companies. But after I have finished suffering, the sickness, my spinal cord got cracked and penalized me. for 2 years. I'll be on bed. So after that, I'm not getting the balancing the movement. It's my wife that's catering for me.
Okay.
You see it? So by that woman catering for me and catering for all those what's not that pertains money. If I come in, I will not ask about food. If I see, I will eat. And the things is getting worse as of now.
Okay, so what do you think the government should do, especially as it concerns hardship? You've told us your personal experience on how you are coping at this time. Do you think that the government's decrease in pump price of fuel will solve some of the problems? Because so many persons always link these hardship to the increase in pump price of fuel. That everything affects the increase in pump price of fuel.
Yes, government will come to for an age of it, because if there is a reduce in the fuel price, things will get better. Because even if you go and buy even a vegetable and come and sell it, it is motor you will use. That fuel will give the rise up of the price of the vegetable. So if they can slowly reduce it to where it was before, it will be normal to us. It will be good for us to live our life.
Okay, so what do you do now? What do you do now as
to earn money?
Yes, to earn money.
Thank you. I'm still in my work.
Which work is that?
That's a panel-beating work.
Panel-beating work, okay.
If I get to work now, I'm not using my hand again, because this hand you are now seeing, it seems that it is good. But for me to hold hammer and started knocking, it is not good for us.
Okay, how often do you get jobs for panel beating?
Throughout this year now, I don't even know, after I might have finished from my sickness, all my customers, I don't know whether they thought that I will not do the work again. If I get work now, I will carry it to people, and I will invite people. If I know that it is 2 people that will finish the work, I invite them. Then they will do it. After they will do it, they finish it, I will deliver the work for the owner. Then any penny that comes out of it, I will manage it. It took from December last year to this time around, it is already 2 months I did.
Just 2?
2. But if it is in the time of even though not even, if it is the time things are auguring well, they will reach, as of now, they will reach almost 10 to 15.
Wow.
You see it? Even though the money is there working, and have there's this thing in the terms of getting money to feed my people. But now, since then, since I have finished from my sickness, and no more work because of fuel price of it. The people will eat before they carry motor and come to you, because motor is the second. If you're married, motor is the second wife of you. Because before you move out, motor will eat before you eat, because you will put fuel. Yesterday, I sprayed one spider Camry. I went to the filling station to buy fuel. 2 liters. A liter is 1,280. A liter. Equity, you will get 10 liter. If you see the 2 liter I bought, It's hardly for it to finish the spraying of the car. I wanted to go and buy another fuel to finish the car. 2 liters. I don't know whether it is they are putting for people. It's burning faster than before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It is only God that will ransom us from our captive.
Okay, let's see this, the time passed. For instance, the time of cashless policy. You see people still building houses, people still making money, some people are getting rich, some people are crying and all of that. So in this situation where things are not just going the way we want it for almost everyone, do you think, what is the situation? What's the condition of people living around you right now in terms of, people still getting ahead, making money as usual? You've told us your own part and how you're coping. How do you think others around you are coping? Are people still into that surge of making money even in hard time? Or are things really bad or getting worse for people right now?
As I may say it, it is getting worse. Let go if government can come to our aid as of now. Because if it continues like this, I don't think that when you go to the mortuary, you see what I'm telling you. Frustration are killing people. People around us to get money. The boys of nowadays. Any place where you see boys are feeling the situation, you know that it is getting worse. Because you know that they don't want to work, but they need money. And whenever they are not getting that money enough, you will see them diverting. If you see them, you know that things are getting worse. If you are working now, as of now, and you are not looking back, you may you may be sliced by people. Hungry all over the Nigerians now are killing people. I don't know how to explain it.
So, where do you go from here? I mean, so many persons would say that, look, to call the government attention to the issue is even much more difficult these days.
Yes.
The government just does whatever they want and they move on. Many people went out to protest last month. They call it the hardship protest, in order to call the government attention to the plight of Nigerian people. Did you support the protest? I know that you say you are old, you are not able to. Did you support the protest? Do you think that Nigerians should come out and protest and tell the government to call that attention to the government on how people are actually suffering?
It is the people whom you will cry and they listen to you that you will cry. This government, they are not even listening to you. Protest can solve many things, but you will protest to the person which will listen to you and hear you. I don't know the type of government we are now.
But did you support the hardship protest? Did you support it?
I support it if it can yield something for us. If it can yield something for us, I support it. Because if you didn't support it, even though if you didn't support it, if you can't beat them, you join them.
The government says that the increase in fuel pump price is necessary for the economy to grow. And that's the only way that Nigeria will be able to pay its debts, at least also have foreign reserves, in order for the country to move forward. That we have been reeling under a lot of debts these past years. And that's the only way we can move forward.
It will not. It will not. By saying it will not, the management of Nigeria is very poor, and they focus all their attention in oil. If they can, like before, like let's say before the war, and immediately after the war, our money is still all the money that is paralleling on the world. Before let's say that they say that it is $2 that you hold. For you to get it in our own money, you will times it by 2. Even though somebody that is going abroad, we are just calling him a flefu, that he would say worthless human being, somebody to go to abroad. Either you are going there to learn, or you have been sent for course.
To study.
We are using our money and send it to somebody there for him to survive. Government just come and demolish everything. All the minerals that support the fuel in the international market, they neglected it. They neglected it and focused all the attention to the oil. You see it?
Right.
Okay, Mr. Edu, let's talk about Igbo land. You are a chief.
Okay.
I heard you say you are Chief Egodino Ogu.
Iche Egodino
Okay,
Ogu.
Iche Egodino Ogu.
Ogu.
Igbos in diaspora, in general, is it something you think that Igbos can be doing to help one another in this hardship? Is there a role you think that each and every one of us can play, or Igbos can play, or tribes can play, to help each other in this striving period?
Well, as I'm looking for it, I don't know, because you will take how you be and go to another person. The person you are going to, you don't know how he coupled up. You don't know how they coupled up. Igbo are struggling. If you go, we are talking about this Igbo land. If you go to the northern Yoruba, you know that Igbo is just an elephant in this Nigeria. If you see how, if you go to, let's say, northern side or western side, you know that Igbo is trying. Many Igbo will not, only that we have, that's a Barbarica people, or that's a people, we know that where there is a good thing, there must be a bad thing. Boys who doesn't want to work, that we know that they are at work. You see it. But Igbo are trying more than every other tribes in this place. For instance, take a look for the time of that protest. Igbo did not join. Had it been that Igbo joins, it may get ahead.
Wow. Okay, before I let you go because of time, I would want you to tell us the reason behind your name, Egodino Ogu.
Thank you.
Why do you choose to answer that name? I don't know.
The reason I answered Egodino Ogu, not to say I didn't say Icha Takase or Iche this one or Iche this one. I just answer it for the poor masses to know that before you get money, you will suffer. That's the reason I answered Iche Egodino Ogu.
And is he playing now?
That's even though if you come to our village, I'm from Egede.
Oh, where is Egede?
Egede is in
the local government. Okay.
But if you come to our place and say this name I told you, that's Augustine Edu, nobody knows it. If you enter get there and they say Iche Egodino Ogu, we are not two. And they don't know, even in our workshop, in yard, in any, that's in Egede, it's only, that's the only Egodino Ogu that used to know me.
All right. Thank you so much, Augustine Edu, for your time. We truly appreciate you.
Thank you.
We just hope that things get better.
Yeah.
Get better quite quickly too, so that we can have our lives back.
Well, that's what we hope. Because nothing goes up for Nigeria that will come back. come back to the normal movement.
Well, I went to the market
But
3
we
months
hope
ago.
that God, there is nothing God cannot do.
Well, I went to the market 3 months ago, and I saw a tuber of yam that is 5,000. Right now, before you go to, right now, yam tubers are actually quite cheaper than what it used to be last 3 months because there is a new harvest of yams. Hopefully, it remains like this even during dry
It is
seasons.
because people, if we this hardship we can get it fair if they allow us to go to the farm.
Oh,
To go to the farm, you will never go to the farm that is far
because of insecurity.
because of insecurity. Even if you go to the farm and cultivate it without insecurity, they will carry cows and demolish it.
Augustine, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your insight. We truly
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
It has been an amazing morning with you. Thank you for sharing your morning with you. For sharing the morning with you. We're back tomorrow. Remember, we're covering the elections in Imo, Enugu, and of course, Edo State. So we're sure that you're going to be here for all of those coverages. My name is Charles Pius.